Hey, Mike, David, Susan, Brenda, Allison, whoever might be watching this. It's Andrew for Kicks Marketing. Going to go over the April advertising report with you guys quickly on this video. Put a little more detail into this, just showing you some of the engagement that I can touch on here in a sec. So top row is the number of people we're reaching, how often we're reaching them, and so we changed the strategy in the middle of the month, and so this this number underneath compares month over month. So this is comparing April to March. So it's a good way for my ad operations team to take a look at our campaigns and see what are some big trends and what could have affected those. So we're going to see a lot of numbers going down as far as reach because of obviously we're reducing the budget. But we'll see a lot more engagement as we're doing something new with Emancipet. So top is just our reach, our impressions. So 96,000 people reached. So that's, and there's 1.5 million people that are on Facebook and Instagram in a 50-mile radius of Austin. And so we got about 6%, maybe 7% of those people this last month. So we've got a huge audience that we're not targeting, but we're going after the core audiences that I'll touch on in a second. Frequency is a little lower than I wanted it to be, so we're going to do some work to increase that. Then we got engagement, people liking our comments, people liking commenting. Got a lot of comments coming out of the Emancipet campaigns. So this next section is breaking down by our initiatives that we focused on. So we just had 3 simple initiatives, promoting it Emancipet. Here's how many people we reached, how many impressions they received, as well as growing the fan count. And then there's a breakdown of, we did something different where there's link clicks. We drove 313 people to the website for Emancipet to get more details. And here's a breakdown of how much money was spent in each campaign. This is where the magic happens. So here is all the audiences that we targeted. And this is a new one that we added this month as well as Instagram. So dog behaviors, we targeted people who are dog lovers and also layered on people who are more philanthropic, so people that make contributions to animal foundations. So we got a lot of those people and put a good bit of the budget behind it to really grow our following with a dog-friendly audience. So this has a breakdown of everything. I added the link clicks again so we can see where people are coming to the website from. And here's the ad samples specials. We ran this for an abbreviated campaign because we cut it off to make sure that we sort of pinched the hose to flood everything into the Emancipet campaign. Here's what the creative looked like coming through the newsfeed. And so we targeted people that were friends of fans, people that were new to Austin, people that were fans of ThunderCloud, people that liked other restaurant or quick service restaurants that weren't ours. And I wanted to include some of the engagement just so you guys can see a snapshot of how people are engaging. I'm not sure if you have time to look at this, but just people saying great things, sharing it with their friends, asking why their friend didn't buy it for them. So lots of engagement, and there's more. I just cut it off at some point. So I just want to share that. Here is Emancipet. This is what we targeted a lot of dog lovers with. As I was saying, the philanthropic people got over 1,000 people liking it, 220 people sharing it. So this is where it's not us reaching deeper into our pocket for more exposure. This is where we're able to leverage people's networks, leverage their connections. I got a little bit of the engagement too for just a snapshot. Just saying, next time you go in, get one. Yes, ma'am, I'll go get one. People loving it. And then Instagram, this is something new we did for the first time. We've run an Instagram campaign. Everything that we see here is about twice the price as we see on Facebook as far as cost per 1,000, but the engagement and the attention and the eyeballs are on Instagram. Not as many advertisers. And I tried to skew this to kind of hammer in a new dog-loving Instagram audience that was under 34. And we did a pretty good job of kind of growing our following with younger audiences. So that's the report. I think the takeaway for us is just the number of people we're reaching was 100,000. So, we're reaching like 1/15 of the audience that we could. And as we're scaling budgets up and down, that's when it's up to our team to be able to shrink or grow the size of the audience we're targeting to get that healthy frequency. Anyway, reach out, Andrew. Thank you.